What's in that juice? Ginseng, energy, guara, and green tea. We need to explain how your boy is the king of the heavyweights. Because he was the last person to walk in the ring with a heavyweight championship belt, the WBC. Tyson Fury ain't defended it. He has never walked in the ring a champion.
Yes. It's the Raphael Dawkins with the Combat Radio. And we are about to get into it. It's the latest installment of Boxing Talk with Rafi. 240. 240. Okay. So that was quite interesting start. Let me get the screen right. Stop sharing that. And start sharing the fella there. Straight off the bat. Monique Thompson is still alive. OMG. Let's put our hands together. Warm round of applause. We got a lady, some femininity up in the place. Got a little bit of estrogen up in the building. Warp drive, which is a beautiful thing. Warp drive has been activated. What's this here? Correction. DW agreed. Then went missing for nearly a whole year. Tell the full story. What? Correction? All agreed. Okay, maybe there was a conversation going on before we went live, and now that's been clipped. Yes. J Blues up in the building. Okay, and now we are officially live. Okay, so welcome, new and old. This is Boxing Talk with Rafi, 240. And we got a couple of biggies to talk about. We got Joshua versus Fury, agreed, says Bob Arum. And of course, we have to talk about the Parker and Barry split. Joseph Parker and what's his name? Kevin Barry part ways, apparently amicably. And let me drop. So we'll be talking about those topics and a little bit more. Just a little bit more. Let me drop. We do a sound check. Sound check is good. Let me pin that message pinned. Okay, so that's pinned to the top. And without further delay, I think we're going to get into it. Link is in the chat. Damn. We got Tanarus Robinson, Mr. LDBC up in the building. Now, I got to give shout out to Tanarus because even though he's LDBC, unlike most LDBC, they're not scared. They're not afraid to come up in here in the Lion's Den, the Raphael Dawkins Combat Radio. They're not scared to get up on here in the panel and chop it up sometime. Or just chill, sit back and relax and enjoy the show. Either way, good to have you up in here. Damn, who is this? Nanu, more calling Orson. Come in, Orson. It's the James Jameson. How do you do, James? And of course, Dame from down under. We got the Stephen, we got the Marla up in the building. I sense we're going to be talking about his boy Joseph Parker and Kevin Barry. And I think that's going to be the first thing we That's going to be the first thing we start off with, but I cannot resist because we're going to talk a little bit about this. I cannot resist. Just giving you another little teaser. We're going to talk about this later on. We're going to join this up with the Kevin Barry, not the Kevin Barry, the news from Bob Arum, the word from Bob Arum that Joshua Fury is all but signed. But first, let's have a little listen to Fannin International.
You know, what's in that juice? Ginseng, energy, guara, and green tea. We need to explain how your boy is the king of heavyweights. Because he was the last person to walk in the ring with a heavyweight championship belt, the WBC.
Boom, boom, boom. Can I play with madness? Yeah, gonna have to get into that in a little bit. But first, let me just check my levels because I had to adjust. Okay, that's good now. It's not peaking. Okay, let's get on with the show. We're going to talk about that later. We're going to be playing with madness later. But in the meantime, let's get into this. Let's start off with the Joseph Parker, Kevin Barry situation. And the link is in the chat. If you want to come and chop it up with the Rafi, then come on in. Let me just line up this thing here. Make sure it's nicely lined up. Change my screen. Boom. 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 Okay, so that's the subject matter. That's the topic matter right about now. So let me find the right screen and let's get into it. Where is it? Is there a screen? Do I have a screen on it? Yes. Okay, let's share this. Boom. 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 Okay, so let's get into it. Okay, so Joseph Parker announces amicable split from trainer Kevin Barry after last weekend's win over Junior Farr. Okay, so Joseph Parker says Kevin was with me every step of the way, guiding my progress inside and outside of the ring. Trainer Kevin Barry guided the New Zealander to a world title win over Andreas the Ponce Ruiz back in 2016. Okay, so Joseph Parker announced an amicable split from long-term trainer Kevin Barry. New Zealander is expected to face Derek Chisora after defeating Farr by unanimous decision in Auckland, but will be without Barry, who has worked with Parker since 2013. Okay, so Parker expressed his gratitude to Barry following a successful partnership that included the WBO title triumph over Andreas the Ponce Ruiz. Okay, so Parker goes on to thank Barry. He says, without Barry, I wouldn't be where I am today, showing gratitude to his trainer. Together we made it to the very top. Kevin was with me every step of the way, guiding my progress inside and outside of the ring. So it is with genuine sadness that I can confirm that our partnership has come to an end. Okay, but the time just feels right. It's fitting that we close this chapter of my career with a win in front of a great home crowd in Auckland and with bigger things just on the horizon. I know Kevin will always be in my corner. Barry has based his training, so We achieved so much together. So, what does it say? It says Barry has based his training career in Las Vegas, but traveled to Parker's home country to prepare for the fight. Okay. Goes on to say, I'm usually proud to have played a part in New Zealand and Samoa, crowning their first heavyweight world champion, said Barry. It has been an amazing journey with Joseph and Team Parker, but all journeys must come to an end. And the time is right for myself and Joseph to go in our own separate ways. I've been in New Zealand for 5 months now, away from my family and my other fighters. I have 3 guys fighting for world titles this year and have responsibilities with them and a few new guys. Parker goes on, what's his name? Not Parker. Barry goes on to say, it's not possible for me to stay in New Zealand any longer. For Joe, he has a wife and 3 young girls in New Zealand, and he wishes to spend more time here with them. I totally understand this and will always be in his corner and support him. We've always had a very close bond, and I want nothing but the best for him. We have achieved so much together. It has been one heck of an amazing journey. Those are the words of Joseph Parker and Kevin Barry on their the end of their trainer-training relationship. Okay, so boom, there it is, and there's the headline. Joseph Parker announces amicable split from trainer Kevin Barry. Okay, so let's get into this. What are my thoughts? What are my observations? I've done it in the video. If you haven't seen the video, go on this same topic. Go check out the video on the same topic. But what will I say? I'll say this. It took a long time. It took a long time for Joseph Parker. People have been calling for it. First, there were whispers, then a shout. Then the shout turned to a scream. People saying, separate, get away from him. Get away from Kevin Barry. I think it was when was it? Even a couple of years back. I think even Lennox Lewis had to speak up on one aspect of Parker's technique. And he explained it, said what Parker was doing wrong. And we wondered whether Parker would go and look for Lennox, get some help. And I think Parker said, yeah, come and help us. But, it's a situation like this. It's a situation where it's almost like someone being in an abusive relationship. And they ask for your advice. You say, get the hell out of there. And then they say, yeah, you're right. But they don't. And then the relationship continues and they ask you what you think they should do. You say, get the hell on out of there. And then they say, you're right. But they don't. And then in the end, you realize that whatever you say is just going to go in one ear and out the other. And so it did for Joseph Parker and Kevin Barry. I'm not saying it was an abusive relationship, even though it did have some aspects of that. I remember Kevin Barry would always blame Joseph when something went wrong in the ring. Which fight was it? I can't remember which fight it was where he was saying, I told Joseph, I told him to do this, whatever it was he was saying. Work behind the jab, come around and use the right. But he never did it. He wouldn't do it. So Kevin Barry was never slow to throw Joseph Parker under the bus. I don't know if people remember that. But I certainly made some videos along those lines back when it was happening. I can't remember the full details. I can't remember after which fight it was, but after one particular fight, Kevin Barry was very vocal on putting the blame on Joseph Parker. But to me, if a fighter fails, then part of the failure has to go to the trainer. Surely. He has an element of responsibility. The greater responsibility, of course, lies with the fighter. But does the trainer have to take some responsibility, like Kevin Barry never seemed willing to do? Joseph Parker should have moved on some time ago, long time, but failed to do so. So you have to wonder, well, is it a day late and $1 short? Is it a day late and $1 short? Another element that we have to look at is the fact that what was I gonna say? Parker. Oh yeah. Parker wants to spend more time at home in New Zealand. So allegedly. Now, if that is the case, does that hurt his quest to be a world champion? If Parker wants to base himself out of New Zealand, spend more time in New Zealand, does that better his quest, or does it hinder his quest to be a world champion again? I don't know. There's some mention about the City Gym. I know they've done wonders in the MMA world, but I don't know if that's crossed over to the boxing world yet. Not to say it's impossible, but one would have thought that conventional wisdom would suggest that Joseph Parker might be better off if he looks for an established trainer with a good track record to further his quest to be world champion. Interesting. Okay, so that is my pronouncements. That's my take on this shiznix. Let's have a look what people are saying in the chat. Let's have a little looky. In fact, let's have a look over here too. Let's have a look at the health bar. Okay, the health bar seems in good order. Now let's have a look what people are saying. Let's have a look. Okay. So, Audi alias back up in the chat. Long time no see. Good to have you back in here. About time. Kevin has done as much as he can for Joe. I've been asking for a change since the Dillian fight. Yeah, many people have been asking for a change. The whisper turned into a shout, and the shout turned into a scream. That's when Joseph reacted. Kind of, but is it a day late and $1 short? Marla says, if I was Parker, I'd go to the Crunk gym, but I don't think it's going to happen. I think he's going to Junior Far's gym. Yeah, that's City, what is it, City Kickboxing? That's what it's called, I think. City Kickboxing. Yeah, we'll have a little chat about that in a second. Well, later. James Jameson says people writing off Parker. Silly. He just needs to be more offensive, moving forward, pressing. But that's the problem, though, James. That's the problem. He's known. We've known what he needs to do for some time. We've said he should do it, but he hasn't done it. So it's like the abusive relationship. We come back to that. When you're giving somebody good advice, but they won't take it. There comes a point. Does there come a time when you just shake your head and just walk in the other direction? Does there come a time when you just shake your head and walk in another direction? Marleth says he thinks he'll beat Chisora on May the 1st. He very well may. I don't know why Chisora is so eager for that fight. Does Chisora see something that he can exploit? Feels he can exploit? James Emerson says Kronk would be the right idea for Parker. But does he like being away 6 months a year? No. He wants to spend more time at home. So that leads me to think, well, is this a forward step? Is it a sideways step? Or is it a backward step? Forwards, lateral, or reverse? Because if he's not going to come out if you don't want to train outside of New Zealand, then I question the future. Okay. I'll come to that topic shortly. Where are we? Yeah, the reason he split with Barry is because he wants to spend more time in New Zealand. So, yeah, I think he's going to City Kickboxing. Eddie Hill says 4 back-to-back tune-ups to fight Chisora. You can't take Chisora lightly. Who is Joe going to hook up with? Joe will not fight Chisora for his first fight with a new trainer. Well, yeah, I think he's going to fight him. I think Joe's looking forward to it, very much forward to it. Joe's not going to fight Chisora with his first fight with his new trainer. I don't think his new trainer is going to deconstruct his game that much. You know, I think he'll still be fighting like Joseph Parker fights. It'll take a few fights before he gears up. As a matter of fact, talking about gearing up, let me just do something before I forget it. Let me just share this shizzle. Share this shizzle around. Share the shizzle of the show. Let's get this in here. Where's that? Let's share it over here. Boom. 244. Let's share it over there. Boom. YG. Oh. Let's share it over there. Okay. Various locations in the secret society. Okay, so that's shared. I'll share that to Twitter later. Okay, so Parker's such a good dude, but he needs some nastiness in the ring. Well, I mean, you know, he's been told that many times. Higgins is remaining as his manager. Yeah, as his manager now, isn't he? He's the manager now. Or is he the promoter as well? Since the contract expired with the Zone. Did the contract expire with the Zone Matchroom? I believe it did. What's going on here? Yes, James, but if he wants to be the best, he can be the Crunk Jim. Best he can be. The Crunk Jim or Teddy Atlas is the way to go. Yeah, if he wants to be the best, he's gotta come out to New Zealand, I think. Remember when Lennox helped Pricey? Lennox did help Pricey. Lennox did have high hopes for Pricey. He did. Not sure I agree. I suspect Parker may be proven to have overachieved in his career. Ruiz and Takam fights were very fortunate. Best clear win is. Yeah, they were very tight. Both of those fights were very, very tight. Peter's critical of Yui. He's throwing him under the bus. When Peter is critical of Yui, is he throwing him under the bus? I don't find Peter overly critical of Yui. If anything, you'd say the opposite. He praises Yui very highly. Who remembers Lennox teaching Wilder the jab 10 years ago? Time well spent. Yeah, I think you only spent a few minutes with him. You only spent a few minutes with him. I'm betting on Parker. Is Chisora better than Takam? You knocked out Takam, but you don't want to play the boxing maths. As Parker progressed, damn, I like Parker, but the more I think about it, he's clearly limited. Don't blame the management. Going life and death kind of caps out your ceiling. Life and death. Life and death. Iron Kong up in the building. Good evening. I apologize for the tardiness, but I had to have a straightener on the cobbles. OMG. Well, Shropshire can be a pretty rough place at times after a few ales. After a few ales in the old dog and bush. Where are we here? Okay. Link is in the chat, pinned to the top, I believe. And we've been talking about Joseph Parker. Shame that none of our New Zealand lot have jumped on. I'd like to have heard from, a New Zealander. Their take on this. My take on this is that it might be a day late and $1 short. Joseph Parker should have made this move years ago, but did not. What is that saying? Nero fiddled while Rome burnt. That's what comes to mind to me. So, might be a day late and $1 short. Another way of looking at it, it could be, better late than never. How's it going to play out? The problem for me, another problem is that Joseph Parker wants to stay home. He wants to stay home. So that doesn't bode well. You should be looking for the best training of your life. You're in your prime now, coming up to your prime now in boxing, heavyweight boxing. You want to maximize that. Stayed with Kevin Barry, bless him, for too long. And now you should be looking for the best training you can possibly get. But I don't know if Joseph Parker is going to go for that. So is this a forward move? Is this a lateral move? Or is this a backward move? That remains a question for me. Okay. So, oh my gosh. OMG. Speak of the pigeon and he will appear. Pigeon comes in and says, Kevin Barry tried to instill some fight into Parker. I think it's Parker himself. I think he's left it too late, says the pigeon. But less of the pigeon. In comes the man like the Iron Kong. How do you do today?
Yeah, Raphael, good night, sir. I all right. How you doing, brother?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Chefs provided some very good fare for the Rafi. Very good fare. We had chicken in a rich sauce. What kind of sauce would you call it? What do you call it? A peppercorn in a kind of peppercorn sauce.
A rich bolognese.
Yeah. Oh, it was beautiful.
I don't know.
No bolognese. No bolognese. It's a nice peppercorn sauce, and we topped it off with some nice big King Edward's potatoes, which were baked, and with a liberal dashing of cheese to complement the whole thing. And it was rather enjoyable. It was an enjoyable affair. The chefs outdid themselves tonight.
Well, I want to congratulate the chefs on their achievement of pleasing the Rafi.
Not always an easy task, but they excelled themselves tonight. So credit where credit is due. So the Joseph Parker affair carries on. Nobody saw this coming. I didn't see this coming. I thought that they were bonded. They were welded at the hip. Kevin Barry and Joseph Parker. I thought they were welded at the hip, but the news has come out today that Joseph Parker and Kevin Barry have decided amicably to go their separate ways. What are your thoughts and observations about this, Iron Kong?
Didn't we have this conversation the other day?
Yeah.
about that, and I said that I think Parker needs to either leave Barry or bring somebody in.
Yes.
The problem with this is that Parker said he wants to stay in New Zealand. Ain't no boxing coaches in New Zealand, sir.
Mm.
I mean, who gonna coach you boxing? The same guy who coaches Fa?
Adesanya. Yeah.
You need to stop.
Mm.
Okay. On my stream today, some people said that they think Joseph Parker is about retired. In my opinion, Joseph Parker has now resigned himself. If that's the case, where he's actually going to spend more time in New Zealand, it means then that he's now resigned himself to B and C level fights. He is not going to be chasing no more championships because there ain't no coaches in New Zealand.
Dime.
Where's Big Boys Boxing? He needs to explain this.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, you know, we got the Big Boys Boxing. We got the Mala. I would hope that one of our New Zealand connects would have hopped on so it could hear it from the horse's mouth, hear it from a native of those shores, hear their feelings. I know my feelings. I've expressed them. I know your feelings. You have expressed them. It'll be good to hear it from a New Zealander. A New Zealander. But hopefully, I don't know, maybe Mara will jump in at some point, or maybe Big Boys Boxing will come over so we can get the word. We can get the word from the ground what the feeling is down there in New Zealand. But I think we've chopped it up. I think we know what's up. We know what the position is. We know what our position is. And oh dang, where's my background picture? Where is my background picture? Let me put the background picture in, and then we are moving on to the next. Let's get the pick in. Have I even chosen one? PBS. There we go with PBS. Are we not? Oh no. No, as a matter of fact, rat-tat-tat-tat, I've changed my mind. I have changed my mind. Let's share the next story. It's a main topic. You know, we're here for a good time, not for a long time. Uh-oh, that's not what I wanted to share. Let's try again. Let's get that down. And let's go to the main topic of the night. Boom, boom, boom. And that's the picture that I actually wanted to use. That's the picture I wanted to use as the background picture for the show. And I think we're gonna go ahead and just carry on, and I'll put that up later. Okay, so let's get to the headline. Okay, so Tyson Fury Anthony Joshua fight agreed, says promoter Bob Arum. Okay, so without much delay, let's get into this. Let's get into it. Okay, so Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury have agreed to a world title unification fight, says promoter Bob Arum. Okay, so the all-British affair between 32-year-old WBC champion Fury and 31-year-old unified champion Anthony Joshua will see all 4 belts contested in a heavyweight fight for the first time. For the first time. Oh, the WBO is a new one. IBF. Dame. After Joshua beat Kubrat Pulev in December, his promoter Eddie Hearn said the fight could be sorted in 2 days. Okay, so Fury's promoter Bob Arum told IFL that all the points have now been agreed. Dame. All the points have been agreed. All the points in the contract have been agreed. Coming from Bob Arum. So, when asked if the fight was on, the American promoter said, yeah, as far as I'm concerned, that's what each side has said. Now we're scrambling around to get the thing signed and everything. But I can say clearly, based on my view on everything, that there are no more issues. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, so that's coming from the mouth of Bob Arum. And before we get into that, let's have a look at this. Okay, so Joshua versus Fury. What obstacles stand in the way? No date or venue has been confirmed, and Arum's update comes just a week after Fury himself said the bout was no closer to being arranged than a year ago. Fury said the pandemic and logistics were to blame for the delay. The way it is at the moment with COVID-19, I don't think it has got much to do with the fighters. It's to do with the venue, date, place, site fees. It's to do with everything but the fight itself. Okay. Okay, so that was the story. Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua fight agreed, says promoter Bob Arum. Okay, Iron Kong. What's your thoughts? What's your thoughts and observations? Thoughts and observations on this?
All over Femi by 7th round stoppage. Other than that, I think somebody in the chat said it right. I thought Fury's team was all like, "Oh, Joshua won't sign this and Joshua won't sign that." I mean, really? Oh, Eddie just signed the paper. I'll do this, bro. All I'm saying to you is all over Femi by 7th round stoppage. All these people out here talking whatever. He needs to sign the contract and hurry up. Okay? Stop trying to stall out so you can get a tune-up with another Albanian, Romanian bum, Moldovan. Where are these people from? Anyway, look here, man. It's gonna be blood all over the canvas.
Damn.
That's all I got. It's gonna be blood all over the canvas. Hurry up, get the paper signed, Fury and Arum. I know you slow. Y'all like sending emails to the zone to try and block people from getting bids. Well, send them emails out to sign the contracts, okay? That's all I want.
Finally, there's been back and forth. Joshua says it's on. Hearn says it's on. Fury's come out and said, "Well, I don't know. We know further, no closer. It's been a year. We know further closer." And we talked about the need for the warm-up fight, the need for a warm-up. Was he backing out? Was Fury trying to back out because he needs a warm-up fight? We talked about the possibility. We talked about the fact that he could have fought AJBXNG in December, but chose not to, I think, out of embarrassment when he saw the money that he was getting, knowing that he's compared himself with Joshua and knowing that the paycheck that he got for AJBXNG was not Joshua-type money. And I think he pulled out of that fight out of embarrassment. And now he left himself in a bit of a fix because by the time they reach the ring, he will not have fought. Tyson Fury will not have fought for something like 18 months. And so it makes you say, damn, he's put himself in a spot. Tyson Fury's put him in a spot. Is he trying to extricate himself from the spot that he himself put himself in? But with Bob Arum coming out saying what he said, I don't see no wiggle room. There's no way out. What I'm saying is there is no way out for Tyson Fury. No way out of this thing. No amount of egg weights could change the equation. Looks like it's going down. Looks like it's going to be in June, July. But it does look like it is going down. Okay, so Eddie Hill says AJ getting bashed up badly. What's going on here? Cephas Fury was from Albania.
Tropical Albania.
Tom Schwartz was Sweden. No, Tom Schwartz is German. Tom Schwartz is German. Otto Wallin is from Sweden. Schwartz from Germany. Yeah. Deutschland. Okay, let me go through a few of these Let me get through a few of these questions, a few of these responses. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Shopper Slasher. Yeah, it's not something you want to do in a windy day, especially if it's coming back at you. Bronze Plumber says, "Who cares about the fight? We want more marination. Dang, if it marinates much more, the meat might get rotten."
The only thing I'm gonna miss that not having about the Fury versus Wilder 3 fight is that after Wilder's had all excuses and all this nonsense, all I was hoping for the press conference. Ooh, for Tyson Fury to dig into this, man. All them excuses.
Oh man.
And all them this. Oh, I would have loved that.
That would be awesome. That would be absolutely awesome.
Because I think the Fury versus Joshua press conference is gonna be lame. Because Joshua not really a guy who gets into that. I think the only time I've seen Joshua get into anything with anybody was with Kubrat Pulev. And that wasn't even much.
You're forgetting about Big Belly Miller.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right.
So I think with Fury, it's not gonna be lame. I'll tell you why it's not gonna be lame.
Yeah.
Fury's gonna be dropping in little subliminals. Fury's gonna be throwing in subliminals. He's gonna be sprinkling them in, and Joshua is gonna be listening to each one, dissecting them. And so what we're gonna have is there's gonna be a slight tension, and there's gonna be plenty of subliminals. So yeah, it's gonna be a subtle affair, but subliminals are gonna be thrown around.
Nah, I don't need subtle. I need Tyson Fury to call this man a bum. That's what I need. Okay, I don't need no subtle. You see, when I look at press conference, I don't need to think too much. I just want you to call somebody a bum. I want Tyson Fury to call him a big stiff idiot. Throw a table. Listen, no subliminal stuff.
Put your Zora on the undercard.
Yeah, I don't want all this subtle stuff, bro. Okay, that's the only thing I want. I wanted Wilder and Fury. I wanted the press conference. Bad boy.
Yeah, Fury and Wilder. Yeah. They've been hilarious. That would have been hilarious. But you know, this is the fight we got. This is for undisputed. No Mickey Mouse, one strap, one belt business, one face, one name, one champion. None of that malarkey, talking all that jazz, talking all that crapola, and then coming up without the goods. Not coming up with the goods. That's no good. No good. Did John Fury not say earlier this week that nothing's been signed yet? John said a long deal is not good for Tyson. A long deal. What's a long deal?
Maybe the layoff or something.
A long deal.
But Rafi, I didn't get your opinion on the Joseph Parker thing though. I didn't get that.
Joseph Parker, a day late and a dollar short. It's a day late and a dollar short. He should have done this years ago. This move is just showing that he is what he should have done. But I think the general consensus is this move should have come years ago. So the penny's dropped now. I think he's been a bit slow off the mark. He's been slow to move. He was comfortable. They were joined at the hip. It's a very good relationship. He enjoyed the relationship. But sometimes, you know, you can still be friends, but you have to, it's a professional sport. You have to go with what's best for you, what's optimal for you. And I don't think Joseph Parker did that. So I think he let himself down. He let himself down by staying in the comfort zone. And I think that was a mistake. I think it's a day late and it's a dollar short. And the fact that he's talking about staying in New Zealand makes it even worse because he's not going out there to optimize his abilities. He's got a family and he wants to be by the family, but he's not, and that's all well and good. Salute for that, but that is not optimizing your abilities or opportunities.
I think he's picked the wrong profession then, because Go ahead, Rafi. I'm sorry, my bad.
No,
Man.
carry on, carry on, carry on.
I think he's picked the wrong profession, because if your issue is that you're away from your family too much, you already know that New Zealand is not the place really for professional boxing. So if you pick professional boxing as your career and you're from New Zealand, you already know that I'm probably not going to be able to live here a lot of the times throughout the year. I'm probably going to have to travel, because no big fights coming to New Zealand. And ain't no trainer coming to New Zealand to live with you. You know what I'm saying? So you're going to have to live a substantial amount of time someplace else.
Yeah.
Away from your family, unless you move your family with you.
Yeah. For real. Yeah.
So,
I think that would be a better option. I think he'd have to move his family. You know what I'm saying? Get a house sitter in. Move the family to wherever. Coach K up in the building. Good to have you in here, Coach K. Hit the link if you want to join in the chat. It's linked at the top of the page.
what up, Coach K?
Yeah, Coach K.
Well, hey, Rafi, I want to say before, if I get cut off or whatever, I want to say early. You know, it's interesting that a lot of people criticize the Ariola versus Ruiz, the Pants pay-per-view.
Yeah.
And I criticize it too, because I think it's garbage.
Yeah.
Well, how dare Eddie Hearn try and put Parker versus Chisora on pay-per-view? Are these two pay-per-views not about the same level?
Well, Parker versus Chisora, that would be a high level.
You think Parker versus Chisora is a high level?
High level than what? What's the other fight?
The Pants versus Ariola.
Oh, the Pants versus Ariola. Parker versus Chisora. The Pants. Where's the Pants ranked? Top 5. Ariola, where's he ranked? Maybe
Nowhere.
Third, exactly. Whereas with Parker versus Chisora, I think you talk about one top 10 guy versus a top 20 guy. So that's higher rankings. Combine the rankings of both, and you got higher rankings for Parker v Chisora.
All right, no problem.
So if either fight was worthy of being PPV, I would say it would be the latter, the Parker v Chisora, because overall they got higher rankings. And in comes the LDBC guy who is not afraid to come into the lion's den of the Raphael Dawkins Combat Radio Boxing Talk with Rafi. We have from Mississippi, Meriden, Tanarus Robinson. Tanarus, how do you do?
Man, Raphael, you give a great deal introduction. I ain't gonna lie, you introduced me like I was somebody for real.
Hey, you know something, Tanarus? Everybody is somebody over here at the Raphael Dawkins Combat Radio.
No doubt.
What up, Chief? What up, Tanarus?
Man, what it is, Cone? Hey, check it
all
out.
good, bro.
I ain't gonna be with y'all boy too long today.
Okay.
I just want to say a few things about your boy Anthony Joshua.
Give it to him.
You know, a couple days ago, I went back and watched his post-fight interview in his last fight. In 20 seconds, you know what, Raph? I wanted to ask you that. Is there a way that you could play that?
What is it?
It's what he said. Okay. About the first 20 seconds into the interview, Eddie Hearn said they plan on Joshua fighting again in the next 5 to 6 months. Joshua looked at Eddie Hearn and said, 5 to 6 months? Hold on. He said, Joshua looked at Eddie Hearn and said, 5 to 6 months? Then Eddie was looking at Joshua like, damn, that's too soon or something? Joshua said, Eddie said, what, you want to tune up? Eddie said, what, you want to tune up? Joshua said, yeah.
After which fight?
The last fight he just had.
Kubrat Pulev.
Against Kubrat Pulev. The last fight he just had, 20 seconds into the interview. 20 seconds in, that's why I want you to play it. Because it's one thing for me to say it, but it's another thing. It's
I don't
another.
remember that.
You
I
don't
don't
remember. You know. I want you to play it. That's why I want you to play it. Because what it's gonna do is it's gonna show me, you, Cone, and everybody else that watch your show and that support Anthony Joshua that the fights ain't being made because of him.
Because of him. Because of Joshua.
Man, that man don't want. That man said he don't want to fight in the next 5 months. I wish you would play it. You laughing at me like what I'm saying ain't true. I wish you would play it.
So was this in the ring or was this?
It was right after he got out the ring. He still had his gloves on. He still had his gloves on. He was soaking wet, and Eddie Hearn was standing right next to him. A question got asked. I wish you would play it.
I'm looking for it. Anthony Joshua post-fight
interview. There you go. And it's gonna be the one against Puleo. He just getting out the ring. He still got his gloves on. And what I'm talking about gonna be said in the first 20 seconds of the clip.
Anthony Joshua post-fight interview.
And everybody that's in the chat listening, along with Cone, I wish y'all would go and watch it for y'all. If Sir Raphael can't pull it up, if Sir Raphael can't pull it up, I would love for y'all to go and check it out yourselves. What type of champion, undisputed, about to be so-called undisputed, supposed to be the cash cow? What kind of champion? I just don't. Raphael, please find it for everybody in the group.
I found it. Can you see it on your screen?
It's a video not available.
Probably region blocked.
Region blocked. Well, Rafi ain't done.
It's another one. Find another one, Raphael.
Rafi ain't done.
Find me another one.
Post-fight interview video.
They must have heard me talking.
Must have heard you talking. Damn, video not available. Let's try again.
They must have heard me talking, Cone.
Let's try post-fight.
I don't want to stay on y'all bumper too long tonight because Joshua.
Hold on. Is it a Sky Sports thing or a DAZN? Because it might be region block, man.
I don't know if I can go on here and go into my stuff without losing y'all. So
well, look. Do me if we don't get it on right now, if we don't see it, can you copy the link and put it in the comment section?
Yeah.
Hold on a second. Let me see if I go into my. Can you? Hello. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right. See, I just tried to go into my YouTube and everything, and it got me off with y'all. So if y'all hold on a second, let me go into it and find it. I was just watching it.
Going through and find it. And you can play the audio. If you find the audio, you can just let it play. We'll hear it. Hold on. Will that do? No, just the specific audio clip. Hold on, I'm still looking. Press conference, final press. Nope. I can't see any other post-fight interview other than this one. As a matter of fact, rat-tat-tat-tat, I just had an idea. There's a place where I can go. There's a place where I can try to go. Hold on, let me try this method. Post-fight interview, but let's go. Let's try that. Hold on. Post-fight interview. Post-fight interview.
What happened? Tanarus gone?
I think he's where is he? Yeah, I think he's looking for it. I'm looking for it too. I'm looking for it too. Could Kubrat Pulev. I can see the full fight there. I don't want the full fight, but maybe they've got the interview at the end. Maybe they've got the interview, Anthony Joshua full fight. Kubrat Pulev. Okay, let me try it. Hold on. I hear the pop. Boom, boom, boom. And in comes Marla. Marla.
How's it going, Rafi? Good,
How you
mate?
doing? You good? Yeah? Yeah?
Yeah, good, man.
Good stuff. Good stuff. We're looking, we're trying to source the post-fight Anthony Joshua interview. According to Tanarus Robinson, Joshua seemed reluctant. He wasn't interested in no immediate fight. That's not how I remember it, though, Marla.
Oh, who was that with?
Against Kubrat Pulev. Tanarus Robinson seems to be of the opinion that Joshua didn't want an immediate fight after the Kubrat Pulev fight, but that's not how I remember.
No. From my understanding, he wanted to stay busy.
Yes, that's what my understanding is. Philip Clark Roberts says I can't find that shizzle.
Just want a quick chat about Joseph Parker.
Yeah, but get into the Joseph Parker thing. Hold on a second, though. Tanarus, Are you still looking for that thing, Tanarus? Are you still looking for that thing?
Put the link in the chat, Tanarus.
I don't think you'll be able to.
Oh, yeah, because he's not a
links are blocked.
Not a mod, right?
Hold on a second. Let me mod up Tanarus just for a second. Tanarus, I'm gonna mod you up, and then you'll be able to drop the link. Hold on a second. Where's Tanarus? You're gonna be a temporary mod, Tanarus, and then you'll be able to add the link in the chat. Okay, Marla, so tell us about the Joseph Parker thing while we're waiting.
Yeah, I was looking at one of the things from what I'm quite disappointed in a way, because I felt if Parker really wanted to make the best of things, he would look to say maybe the Kronk Gym or Teddy Atlas or Ronnie Shields or something like that. But he's obviously, one of the issues was having to go to Kevin Barry's base in Vegas. He didn't want to. He's got a home in New Zealand. He's obviously brought, and he's got 3 kids, so he wants to stay here more. So by the sound of things, it looks like he's going to go to Junior Farr's gym. Because he's looking to fight Chisora on May the 1st, and him and Chisora talked on the phone, and they both agreed to it. They're both keen. Yeah. So it looks like that fight's going to happen, and Parker's not worried about having a trainer, so I suspect he's not worried because he already knows where he's going.
Mm-hmm.
And it sounds like it'll be Auckland, Junior Farr's gym. So that's what it sounds like. So, but the plan for Parker this year, they wanted to fight Chisora, and then at the end of the year, fight the winner of Usyk and Joyce, and that would be for the WBO title.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the plan for Parker this year.
The winner of Usyk Joyce.
He'll
Marla.
Yep.
As the Oceania representative here on the panel right now, what in that fight with Junior Farr did Joseph Parker see in is Eugene his name, and these other people that he was like, you know what, I can win with this team.
I don't know. I honestly, if he goes with them, I'm gutted. I didn't want him to go with them. I wanted him to go to America and get himself a real top level trainer. I'm disappointed if he goes with them, because I mean they're a kickboxing gym anyway. I don't like it, but that's how I see it. I think that's where he's going, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm.
Where your static coming from, me?
What? Say that again?
Where the static coming from, me?
It ain't
too bad. You.
It ain't too bad. It ain't too bad, actually. It ain't too bad.
Brody, what's up?
So yeah, man, it's all good. So yes, Marla, we're gonna come back to that Tone. I've got the link. I'm gonna come back to that Tanarus. I've got the link.
You got the link.
Thank you very much, Tone. Thank you very much. Yeah, Marla. In response to what you were saying, yeah, you're gonna be very disappointed. Yeah, I mean, it's gonna be crazy to me if he doesn't. It's going to be crazy to me if he stays home and starts training in that kickboxing gym.
Yep, because the thing is, the plan was to fight Chisora May 1st, and around that time, Usyk and Joyce are going to fight, and then if Parker got past Chisora, he would fight the winner of Usyk and Joyce and it would be for the WBO title. But the thing then, if Parker could get through those 2 fights and get their hold of that belt, he could have a rematch with AJ, and he would take the WBO belt back into that fight. But if he loses another fight this year, Parker, he's pretty much an opponent at that point. His career's over.
Yeah.
Parker
Yeah.
didn't fight Anthony Joshua with the same conviction that he fought Dillian White with.
No, he didn't. So it's,
I don't know, man. Parker a hot and cold guy. Like I always think, like, when he meets somebody who he can't, like, the person will not be moved. He can't really get over on them. He can't exactly bully them neither. So I don't know. Joseph Parker, I don't know what he gonna do, man. I don't know. Oh, here it is.
There it is. There it is. Now, for everybody in the chat that talking about I'm trying to cause distraction and this and that, talking about Fury. What your boy just said, Fury said in the chat room, dude said something about 5 to 6 months. Tanarus is right. No, play it. It ain't but 20 seconds in. Go ahead.
So I'm not fitting to play the whole thing.
No, it's just 20 seconds. The first 20 seconds.
From the start to 20 seconds.
The first 20 seconds, play it.
Okay, so I'm not gonna show the visuals. I'm just gonna play the
Play the audio.
I'm just gonna play the audio. I'm gonna drop the music. Let's get the volume way high.
Now this is theater.
This is real theater. People, don't be afraid to make the chat litty. Not including the super chat dominators. You know who you are. James Jameson, the bronze plumber, Tone. Yeah, let somebody else make the chat litty for a change. Come on,
Philip Carl Roberts. Yeah, it's at the start. We waiting on Ralphie.
Okay.
Champion, because we're going to be up again in how many months would you say?
About 5-6 months.
5-6 months.
Well, you want sooner?
I would definitely.
Okay.
That's it.
Did you hear what he said?
Yes, I would want to tune up, definitely.
That's hold on. Let me play it again.
Champion, because we're going to be up again in how many months would you say?
About 5-6 months.
5-6 months.
Well, you want sooner?
I would definitely.
Okay.
Thank you.
Bam. Tanarus Robinson.
I'm gone.
Tanarus Robinson.
I'm gone, y'all.
No, don't go, because you got it wrong.
I got it wrong.
You got it wrong. Tanarus Robinson. You got it wrong.
Hold on. Let me pause you. For everybody.
You heard something he didn't say.
Okay, pause you.
You want me to tell you what I heard?
Hold on, Cone, you tell me what you heard first.
Okay.
The man said, I would definitely.
Like a tune-up.
No.
Marla, what did you hear?
I heard he wanted to be back in 5 or 6 months, but then
No,
the guy said,
that ain't what he said, bro. Play it again.
Play it again.
Play it again, Sam. Play it again.
Hold on, and before you play it, let me let everybody in the chat know that without the visual of Joshua saying,
"Oh my gosh, you need the visual now."
No, without the visual, Joshua when Eddie Hearn, now you laugh. Y'all, you trying to deflect?
Because you wanted to hear what everybody had to say, but you don't want to hear what I've got to say. You don't want to hear what I think he said.
I do, but I want to put
I'm going to say what I think he said.
Before you play it again.
Before I play it again. 5 or 6 months. Yeah, why? Do you want it sooner? Sooner? SOONER. Do you want it sooner? I'm going to play it again.
Who OBZ calling me an idiot?
Yeah, don't call Tanarus an idiot. He just misheard. He misheard. Okay, so
he say go learn English, and all I know is English.
No, I'm going to play it again for you. I'm going to play it again. Hold on. I'm going to play it again.
Champion, because we're going to be up again in how many months would you say?
About 5-6 months.
5-6 months.
Well, you want sooner?
I would definitely.
Okay.
When are we?
He wanted it sooner. He
When are
wanted
we?
it
Oh, y'all hearing sooner, and I'm hearing tune up.
When are we fighting again? About 5 or 6 months.
5
Why?
6 months.
5
5
or
6
6
months.
months. 5 or
5
6
6
months.
months.
Why? Do you want it sooner?
He
Says,
said, "Why do
yeah,
you want to
definitely.
tune up?"
No, he said,
Sooner.
why do you want it sooner?
Okay,
Hey, be right back, Rafi. Be
okay.
right back. Go ahead.
In
Yeah,
the
man.
chat,
Cool.
okay,
Bro.
everybody in the chat room, if y'all heard sooner, press 1. If y'all heard tune up, press 2.
Yes. We follow the instructions. Tanarus is right. Everybody in the chat, if you heard sooner, SOONER, type 1. If you heard tune up, TUNEUP, type 2. But before we do any of that, and that is from the James Jameson. Let's get the music back in. Raph plays with the LDBC madness. Well, I don't know if it's madness. I think it's lost in translation. Tanarus Robinson. Is it translation or is it Tanarus? Is it Tanarus that you were just hearing what you wanted to hear? Because let's go for the count now. Let's go for the count.
Everybody's saying 1. Everybody's saying
Hold on.
1.
Let's do it officially.
Okay.
Let's do it officially, my friend. Come on.
I mean, I see it.
Come on, Tanarus. Let's do this official. Remember, everybody can't see. Some people are just listening. So everybody can't see this. Some people are just listening. So 1, Stephen. That's 1. That means sooner. Why? Do you want it sooner? Yeah, definitely. That's 1. 2 out of 2. James Jameson. 3 says 1. I mean, Philip Clark Robinson's 3 says 1. Sooner. I think that's 4 from the Bronze Plumber. 5, Dr. Woodok. Sooner. 6. No, James Jameson did it twice. 6, OBZ. Tone. 7. Muzzled Truth. 8. Philip Clark.
Everybody's saying 1. Okay.
1. Let me just count up.
You ain't got to. Everybody on y'all. Everybody heard what y'all heard. They ain't hear what
London,
I said.
1. So is that 20 or something? Matt B, 1 for sure. I even slowed it down 2.
Dude is crazy. Like, bro, check it out. Okay, I would Ralphie.
Yeah.
Is it a way?
Let's move it around the table anyway. Marla, what did you hear?
I heard him say that he said he wanted to come back in 5 or 6 months, but then they said, "Do you want it sooner?" And he said, "Yes."
Yes.
Okay. Can I pause you, Ralphie? And right after that, because right after that, the man said, "I've been on a layoff." Like, the man don't want to fight, bro.
Listen, bro, I'm gonna play it again for you.
And don't just stop at sooner. Let him finish. Let him finish.
Cool. I'm gonna play it a bit longer. No problem. I'm even gonna cut the music so there is 0 interference. Hold on. Let's get this right. Okay. Let's cut the music. 0 interference. Okay. Let's go.
Champion, because we're going to be up again in how many months would you say?
About 5 6 months.
5 6 months.
Well, you want sooner?
I would definitely.
Okay.
That was the first fight after how long? Over a year, yeah. So shook off a bit of ring rust, and I'd like to go again soon so I can keep up the momentum.
Good idea, Tanarus.
AJ does want to fight.
Yeah. I'll play that last bit again.
Soon so I can keep up the momentum. And yeah. So shook off a bit of ring rust, and I'd like to go again soon so I can keep up the momentum.
I would like to go again soon so I can keep up the momentum. I would like to go again soon so I can keep up the momentum. Tanarus Robinson. It was a great idea you just had to let it play a bit longer. I would like to go again soon so I can keep up the momentum. Tanarus Robinson. feet don't fail me now. Tanarus, I know it's shocking stuff. Tanarus, I know it's shocking stuff. I know it's traumatizing. But you know, my friend, I think when it's case closed, it's case closed. But you never fail. Never, never, never fail, my friend. You never fail to bring the drama. And that's a good question. Where is the fight doctor? Where is the fight doctor in this moment of madness? This would seem an appropriate juncture. No problem at all, TK. This would seem an appropriate juncture to pile on. The fight doctors here try and make some sense of this, I'm sure. Tanarus Robinson, I know it's traumatizing, my friend. But when you get he's not even muted. Tanarus is there somewhere. Tanarus,
I'm listening to you, man.
he's just listening. Oh, he's shocked. She's genuinely.
I just, cause
genuinely in
look.
a state of shock.
I can't stand that damn dude, man. I can't stand that damn dude, man. I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I wish I could fight him. He'll probably beat the shit out of me, but guess what? I'll give him a fight of his damn life.
You damn right, bro. I got you. I like to eat, bro. Give it to him. Give him all of it, bro.
I swear to God, I'll take 20%. I'll fight the shit out of Anthony Joshua. Y'all will say, hey, that little dude from Meridian gave him a rumble though.
Hey.
Cause look, real talk.
Gave him the best 10 seconds of his life.
I'll last longer than Charles Martin.
Hey, come on now.
Hey.
Let's not get crazy. You'd probably wear them same tight shorts. Yeah,
ring the bell. but all jokes aside, though, just serious business. If the man don't fight Fury or Wilder next, it's a duck.
He's fighting him next. He's fighting Fury next.
And okay, well, you stand by that then, because if he don't, it's a damn duck.
Well, why would you think Joshua, who's the A side, who's sending the offer?
There you go.
Why would he duck? Why would the A side duck?
The A side stuff. I don't care. A side, B side, C side. It don't matter.
The money's coming from the Joshua side. Why would he duck? He's the one sending the money. He's the money man.
They sending the money to ESPN.
He's the one sending the money to Joshua side. They're the money men.
And you say, why would they duck?
Yeah, why would the money side duck? They're the ones sending the offer. They're the one trying to make it happen.
The answer to why would they duck is unknown, because everybody trying to figure out that. Why ain't the top three heavyweight fought each other? We all trying to figure that out. So guess what?
The money's coming from Joshua's side. They're the ones sending the contract.
Yeah, but then he say Wilder got to fight me in the UK, and now Fury got to fight him in Dubai. Or like, bro, why Fury ain't got to fight you in the UK? Why you ain't got all them same stipulations?
Let's have a moment of silence, please, because we have the fight doctor. We have the fight doctor in the building. Martin was just another tomato can on Joshua's grocery list. Oh, really? That's not how I recall the fight being spoken of. You know, split opinions on that. Remember, Martin being the awkward southpaw. There's a lot of questions. You know, a lot of questions in that. The revisionists tried to pretend as if that was a slam dunk, that we all knew what was going to happen. We didn't know what was going to happen. Marlo, we didn't know what was going to happen.
I got to say something about that, Rafi, because also you fight the guy who's got the belts.
Yeah.
Martin had the belts, so that's who AJ fought.
Yeah.
It's you can't control who the champion is that you're fighting.
Right. And on top of that, after Joshua fought Martin, he went on to unify Tanarus Robinson. He went on to unify.
I know the dude box Rick.
Something that, you know, your guy never did in 5 years.
Oh shit! I know the dude box Rick, man.
Your guy never did it in 5 years.
Joseph Parker ran from him. Joseph Parker ran. Joseph Parker was supposed to fight Wilder. He fought
No,
Joshua.
he wasn't. No, he wasn't, man. He got offered about $4 million to fight Wilder for Wilder's one belt, or he could fight AJ for AJ, who had what, 2 or 3 belts. Had 2 belts, and he was making about 4 times as much money. So he took the fight with AJ, and he would have been out of his mind if he didn't take it.
So Joseph Parker made about $16 million again.
He made, yep. He earned his money in pounds, and he brought that money back and converted it to New Zealand. He made about 4 times as much fighting AJ as he would have got fighting Wilder. And he was fighting for AJ's 2 belts, not Wilder's 1 belt. He would have had to have been out of his mind to not take that AJ fight.
You've been out to be out of his damn mind.
What did I miss?
Dear Mr. Robinson, who is Wilder fighting next? OMG. What you missed was Tanarus Robinson expressing frustration when he heard the extra clip. Did you hear the extra clip? Did you hear the extra?
Yeah, I heard the rest. Yeah, I heard it. And Tanarus said he want to fight Joshua himself. Hey man, this show is the best.
Really riled Tanarus Robinson. Tanarus, come back in, bro. Come on back in, because you brought this thing to us. I was unaware of it, that it was going around, it was doing the rounds, and you brought it to us, and you were convinced that AJ was saying that he wanted to tune up, when in actual fact you were saying he wants it sooner. So I think you really brought it. You really made the show. It was already interesting. We already had the clip from Fanon International. I think that's where we're gonna go next. I played it last live. And I think played it right at the beginning. I think a lot of people missed it, because obviously people jumping into the live as it goes on. But I'm going to play it again, and we're going to talk about it just a little bit. Let's talk about it a little bit. Let me just line this thing up. Let me line the mic up. And as a matter of fact, I think there's a different way for me to do this. Let me try a different way. Let me try this differently. So I should be able to. Oh no, I can't do it differently. Okay, I get it now. I'm gonna go conventional. Boom, boom, boom. And let's kill the music. Boom. And if you can see what I can see, let's get into this one.
Niggas can do about it.
Uh-oh.
And I can tell you that's the fucking truth.
Uh-oh.
Test me.
Uh-oh.
Test me. I told niggas,
Uh-oh.
you cannot beat me in a debate.
Uh-oh.
Even if I'm wrong. I've been here damn near 5 years and you niggas ain't touched me. Never. Never. Intellectually, you are all my inferiors. And I prove it daily. Fuck to me. Because you can't breathe near me.
Damn.
Test me. 4628 Chestney Ridge Drive.
Oh,
Austin, you know.
Texas.
What's in that juice? Ginseng. Energy.
What the hell am I watching?
And
Is this Fanon, is it?
Stay with
what
it.
the need to make?
Stay with it.
Explain how your boy is the king of the heavyweights. Because he was the last person to walk in the ring with a heavyweight championship belt.
Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. explain how your boy is the king of the heavyweights. And our good friend there says, because he was the last person to walk in the ring as a champion. Does somebody else want to go first?
I mean, listen, I just want to invite Fannin out to the old Flying Cow over at Shropshire, so we can have 2 pints of
Guinness Ale.
Guinness.
Yeah.
Guinness Ale.
Mm.
Frothy. Light on the froth. But I don't know what Fannin is on right now. This dude, what is this? Raphael, I don't have nothing.
Marla, he said that
Oh,
his guy there, the Bronze Bomber Wilder, was the last man to walk in the ring as a heavyweight champion.
jeez. I mean, what did AJ do his last fight?
Yeah, what did AJ do when he was fighting Pulev? What was that?
Yeah, mate. I mean, he walked in with a title.
He walked in with a number of titles.
Yeah, the guy's out of his mind, mate. Hasn't he been kicked out of the LDBC or something?
Well, he's never lost a debate in 5 years. He's been on there, and he just told you he's never lost a debate in 5 years. In 5 years, but apparently, Deontay Wilder in 2020, or is it 2020? In 2020, the beginning of it wasn't the beginning of 2020. It was 2019. Deontay Wilder fought Tyson Fury in 2019, and Anthony Joshua fought in December. I think it was December of 2020, with several heavyweight straps around his waist. But yet, Deontay Wilder, who fought earlier than him, was the last guy heavyweight to walk in as a heavyweight champion, in the ring as a heavyweight champion.
And he's certainly not one now.
He sure as hell ain't one now, and he sure as hell wasn't one when Anthony Joshua walked in the ring against Kubrat Pulev. So I really don't know, but let me just go to Backrec and get the precise dates. So Deontay Wilder, let's get it correct dates and let's put them up on the screen, so there's no form of ambiguity. Okay, let me share this. Well, first of all, let me see what I'm looking at. Yeah, okay, let me stop sharing that and start sharing. Tanarus, where you at, bro? Where you at, bro? You made the show. Come and take your round of applause at least. Come and take your round of applause at least. Okay, that's too small for people to say. Let me blow this up so there's no ambiguity. Okay, the Bronze Bomber. Okay, let's have a look at the date of his last fight. It was, the 22nd of February 2020. The 22nd of February 2020. That's when Deontay Wilder last fought, and that's when he lost to Tyson Fury. So that's February the 22nd, 2020. Okay, now let's go to Anthony Joshua. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, let's share this. Anthony Joshua last fought on the 12th of December, 2020. So that's a good 10 months later than Deontay Wilder losing his belt to Tyson Fury. So not quite sure Wilder's best result was a draw. Damn. Not quite sure what Fannin International is on there. But we certainly know that he is wrong. Plain and simple wrong. As for the question, has he been booted out? There seems to be a problem, Marla. There seems to be a problem with him over there. I think 78 called him a weirdo. 58 is the head of the organization, so it's not good to be called a weirdo by your line manager, Marla.
Yeah, that's yeah, I don't know what to say about the guy. I've just been hearing a lot about him, and he was one of their main dudes, and he's got the boot. But yeah,
it's crazy. It's crazy. I tell you, one of the main guys. He's got the boot. I think he probably puts together some of the best content. I mean, I'm not saying it's good content, but I mean, he gets people on. It's got a bit of a system going. I had a nice little round table on a Sunday that I used to watch for amusement purposes. And occasionally somebody would have something to say, blood boxing. He knows his shizzle. So he'd be on there sometimes, and I actually agree with some of the things that Blood has to say, but he's not mainstream. He's kind of a maverick out there, even though he's one of the founders. He's kind of different to the rest. So yeah, I did enjoy Blood's contribution. Not Blue Blood, no, it's a different person talking about Blood, the original Blood. Yeah, so I did enjoy some of his shows, some of his content. And like you say, he's one of the biggest guys over there. So it's kind of crazy. But apparently he was just saying that he hadn't lost a debate in 5 years, but yet Deontay Wilder is the last person to walk in a ring, heavyweight to walk in a ring as a heavyweight champion. So that is highly bizarre to me. Last person to do that was Anthony Joshua in December of 2020. Deontay Wilder did it in the February, 10 months earlier, and walked out without the belt. Anthony Joshua walked in with the belt and went out of the belt. Something like a couple of months ago. Deontay Wilder did it over a year ago, and actually didn't do it because he walked in with the belt and walked out without the belt. So boom, boom, boom. I think that's it, gentlemen. I think that's it, Iron Kong. I think we've done it. We've done what we came here to do, and it got done. Iron Kong. Yeah, we done it, Iron Kong. We done it. Mission accomplished.
You wrapping up?
Yeah, mission accomplished. We done it.
Oh, because I didn't want to talk about that dude. That dude looked like he needs different type of tablets, and I don't have nothing to offer him, sir. I don't know where you find that clip. But please don't play that man again in my presence. Okay? Now I got to head back to Shropshire on the tram.
Double-decker bus.
Double-decker bus. My bad.
Double-decker bus, and the pubs are closed now, so hopefully you won't be fighting on the cobbles. You won't be fighting on the cobbles.
There's no tube to Shropshire?
There's no tube. That's a London thing. My bad. It's the train or the bus, the double-decker. Train or the double-decker. Those are the main means of transport. You could catch a black cab, of course.
Oh, well, I guess when you come back on, you talk about the other stuff coming up, like Haney's fight with Tanarus and all of that. So, yeah, man, as usual, Rafi, it was a good one being with you and the great Mala or Oceania representative.
100.
I'm hoping that Mala, you in Australia or are you in New Zealand?
New Zealand.
Well, could you please ask Joseph Parker to decide what he wants to do? Because in my opinion, Joseph Parker has lost so much interest. Like, people just don't seem to care about Joseph Parker. Either way, they don't really like him. They don't really hate him. And that's not a good place to be in any sports. When people don't have a feeling about you either way,
that's true.
That's a really, really bad thing. If people dislike you, they'll watch to see you lose.
Do you know what? You know what came to mind the other day? What came to mind randomly? I don't know if either of you guys followed snooker back in its heyday. I think it was the 80s or 90s, whenever. And I don't know if you did. And there was a guy called Steve Davis. And at the same time, they had a satire show called Spitting Image. And all the major political figures of the time, or popular figures of the time, they would be covered with these spitting image dummies, dolls, or rubber faces, and they came up with a nickname for Steve Davis. He was a champion, but he was a kind of boring fellow, kind of beige, kind of nondescript, and they gave him the nickname Steve Interesting Davis. And
Oh,
it came to me today that Joseph Parker could have that nickname. Joseph Interesting Parker. Marla.
I totally agree with what you're saying about Parker. You know, he's not loved and he's not hated, man, and it's sort of he's in no man's land, and it's hard to sell tickets when you're in no man's land.
He's like Mr. Nice Guy. He's like a Mr.
He is, man, and it's just that's why I was hoping he would go to the Kronk gym so that they could try and get some animal into him. Because I mean, I hear sometimes people criticize Kevin Barry and they say, I've heard Kevin, you know, it's hard to, you know, I've heard Kevin in the ring tell him to do things and he just doesn't do it.
Yeah.
And you know, he asks him to pick it up and he just doesn't. And it's Kevin Barry it's very easy to blame him. But there comes a point where, you know, the fighter has to own where they're at.
Yeah.
And mongrel is something, sometimes I wonder, even if he went to the Kronk gym, if they could instill it in him. Sometimes it's almost like something you've either got it or you don't.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, it's like if someone attacks you in the street, you see some people, you could be walking down the street, right? And you see someone get attacked and they turn around and they fight hard to defend themselves. But then you'll see someone else will get attacked and they just cower.
They're in shock. What's
what's
happening to me? Get him off me.
Yeah, they've got no fight in them.
Yeah.
And it's something you're born with, man. And I don't know if Joe's got it. He's a nice guy, has got a good family. He got involved in boxing. He's a church guy. And it's just, I just don't know if he's got it, that animal, man.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Do you think if he went to a gym that had in other killers, like dudes around him who are going to box him hard, you know what I'm saying? Because I don't know who he's, right. Like, because that might toughen him up, because if he stays in New Zealand, he's just, I mean, it's cool to be a family man, but your job is your job, right?
Yeah.
Like, you know, your job is your job. And, you know, a lot of people who fight combat sports in their regular lives, you would never guess. You would never guess who these people are. But when they go to work, it's a different person. So it's just a shame that it's come to this. I am one who said he should have split with Barry, because I think he's plateaued with that relationship would have gone nowhere. You know what I'm saying? But I thought he would have changed to go somewhere else that would bring something else out of him. But if he's staying in New Zealand to train with Eugene and them, then Joseph Parker might as well retire. And that's my opinion on that, bro.
Yep. Well, I'll tell you what, the Chisora fight, if he fights Chisora May 1st, Chisora is not going to fight him like Junior Farr did. Chisora's not going to grab and jab and hold on. He is going to come forward. He's going to look to bite down on Parker and fight Parker hard. And Joseph is going to be in a situation under so much pressure, he's either going to have to fight back or get smashed. So we will find out Parker's mentality against Chisora, because Parker Chisora is going to be like Parker Dillian White.
Yes.
It's going to be, it's the same sort of fight, man. And Joe's going to have nowhere to go, and he's either going to have to fight it out or go down. Yeah. So we'll find out where Joe is, man, mentally.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, big time.
But Rafi, I want to thank you, my lord,
100%.
for allowing me into the House of Lords as usual. And thank you for keeping the place in parliamentary procedure. Have a nice, well, it's morning now for you, I think.
It's morning.
Peace out to you.
A few minutes away from morning.
Few minutes, I think.
2 minutes.
I think for Marla, it might already be Wednesday.
It's Saturday.
Saturday today, 12:57 p.m.
I don't know. New Zealand is like another global way. I don't know. Whatever, man. Peace to you, Marla. Peace to you.
Cheers, man. Good talking to you, man.
Much appreciation. That was the Iron Kong, and then there were two. I think you wrapped it up really. You closed out the show nicely there, Marla. Great assessment of the Joseph Parker puzzle. If he's got a tough chin, why not go in there? Why not go in? Why are you always on the outside if you got a tough chin? He seems to be
his chin is good. His chin, like when he took a flush left hook from Dillian White, went down and got straight back up, and his legs didn't even look wobbly.
Yeah,
he's got a chin, man. He's got a chin. I just don't know.
What is he afraid of?
Oh, yeah, I just don't understand it, man. It's just bizarre to me. I've always wanted to see him fight like Evander Holyfield. I wanted to see Parker, getting on the inside and then going first with his punches, being aggressive and getting the combinations off and backing himself. But he just doesn't He just doesn't do it. I just don't understand it.
He fights like a guy who hasn't got a chin.
Yeah, when he has a chin. It's
When he has a
bizarre,
chin.
mate.
When he has a chin. So
Yeah.
it's kind of crazy to me. He fights like Joseph Parker fights like a guy who's got a fragile chin.
Yeah,
But he's
man.
got a good chin.
I know. It's just
But don't make no sense.
it's psychological, eh? It's something in the
Something.
psyche. Yeah.
Something. I think I call him risk averse.
Yeah. Yeah, man. It's like against AJ, people got angry with him because it's like it got to about the ninth. It got to about the 9th round, and it's like this is the chance of your life. You got nothing to lose here. Let it all go.
Yeah.
Just go, man. You got 3 rounds left. Just go. Go for broke.
Yeah.
And he didn't. He sort of went into his shell.
Yeah. Madness. Why? Risk averse, risk averse, risk averse. Tone says Parker is the Gandhi of boxing. OMG. And with that, the mystery that is Joseph Parker, something of an enigma, man with a chin who fights like he hasn't got a chin. Riddle me that. Riddle me that. Well, Marla, it's great to have you on. Great to you. Sometime gave us the New Zealand perspective.
Good to be on, man.
Much appreciation. That goes out to Marla. And that was Marla. And then there was one, because there can be only one. And I was sent to deliver the message. I was sent to deliver the message to you, the Raphael Dawkins Combat Radio Nation. And I think we've done it. I think, by Jove, I think we've done it. Chopped up everything we came to chop up. And Parker needs a Teddy Atlas fireman speech. Yes, yes, yes. And so I think with that, we've done it. Aaron Daly's going to catch up on the replay. Blessed, one and all. Fine show. Much appreciation to everybody who jumped on the live, jumped on the panel. Much appreciation to Tanarus Robinson, who made the show. Big shout out to Tanarus Robinson for making the show. The Iron Kong blessed us with his presence, as did Marla. Great that he came on, generous with his time to give us a perspective from New Zealand. Tanarus was absolute quality. You couldn't have scripted it. You couldn't have made it up. But Tanarus delivered tonight. No question about it. Stay tuned to the Raphael Dawkins Combat Radio. Smash that like button. Hit that subscribe button. And what else? Like, subscribe. Yeah, for sure. Comment. And for sure, share. And much appreciation for the Super Chat Dominator tonight, James Jameson. Great show. Great show. Not good. We don't do good around here. It's no better. We do great. Peace out to everybody. Stay tuned for the videos and the live shows. It's the Raphael Dawkins. It's the Combat Radio. And I am out. Blessed.